Thank you guys for coming today. My name is Brenda Evak. My family is from Kotzebue. I am a Nupia, Alaska Native, and I've lived here since I was 13, so I've been here for 14 years now. And I care for my community and the land and our shared future as Indigenous people and non-Indigenous people. Lately I've been struggling with my identity as an Indigenous person. I've been thinking about a lot about colonization and the forced assimilation of Indigenous people in Alaska, which has resulted in great trauma. Trauma we still are healing from every day. Trauma that I'm still healing from. Trauma my friends are still healing from. Trauma my family's still dealing with. On Wednesday, I was flying back to my home, to my children on the afternoon flight, and before my trip, I was struggling because we, as Indigenous people, our voices are quieted by the people who want to make profit. And I was struggling with what I believe in our current condition and the difference that I can make. I asked myself, what can I do and who's gonna hear me? As I was coming in, my friend, if you don't know the Indigenous ceremony, she felt the need to smudge me it's part of our ceremony of cleansing our spirit and our mind. And she also felt the need to gift me, so she gifted me the sweater that I was wearing for Defend the Sacred, people who are fighting for our land from destruction, from corporations, from mining, and for oil and gold and other minerals, and it's destroying our land. And we were circling above. I didn't know that was Dunleavy on the, was he on the same plane? Is he? I don't know if he was on the same flight or on a different airplane, but I felt like something was gonna happen. And I got ready and I put my lipstick on and I fixed my eyeliner and my hair, and I felt a pulse of energy grow inside me, and it's been building up. The energy has been building up for a long time as we gain the knowledge of colonization and how this happened to our people and how this happened to our land. It's growing inside all of us, the desire to heal from trauma. And we landed, and I saw Dunleavy in the airport, and when I saw him, I saw Goliath. And in that moment, I decided to let that energy go. And I began chanting. When our land is under attack, what do? We stand up and fight back. We fight for our people, for our healing. We fight for our land. Despite how big those people are, those corporations, how much money they have, how much hundreds and thousands of years of power that they've been using to gain all that. Despite all that, we are going to stand up for healing for our land and healing for our people. And he came up to me and he smirked at me. And he began to take me out. The 2 police officers, and I continued chanting, but I was compliant, and I had one last chant in, and they took me out, and they handcuffed me, and I didn't notice until afterwards that they had bruised my arm because of all the adrenaline, and they took me down to the station to get me booked. Dunleavy stands for is the destruction of Alaska, and we will not stand for that. We stand for our people and our land. As long as we were still standing, we will continue to fight, despite how big those people are, despite how little of us they are. We're gonna fight. We're going to heal. And we're gonna fight to take back our land that they want to destroy. Dunleavy and the Koch brothers, that's what they want to do. Dunleavy's cutting budgets to people, and it could mean their lives. And he was in there asking us what we could do different, how we could spend better, and how we could take this. But we're on the receiving end, and they're the ones taking it. They censored us during that meeting. They made us take cards that they chose. Our voice censorship that is not giving Indigenous people or anybody a voice. It's not. And that's what he was doing in that meeting. When I left the police station, they told me I didn't have my phone on me, but they told me that a lot of people were supporting me very quickly, and that made me very happy, because that means those people, they share that same love, the same love for our land, the same love for our people, and I thank you for that.